A long time ago, in a land far, far away, there lived a girl. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how long ago? What land? How did it get there? Well, I'll tell you. About 12,000 years ago, at the end of the last ice age, Wolverine was worried. The sea levels were rising, and he could no longer get to his favourite haunts and hunting grounds without jumping from stepping stone to stepping stone, and he realised that pretty soon he would drown or starve along with everyone else. And so he called a meeting of the aquatic animals, otter, beaver and muskrat. And first he asked Otter if she would dive down into the water and look for some ground with which they could repair the land. And Otter was down for a long time, but eventually she came up, saying there was no ground down there. Next, Wolverine asked Beaver. Now, Beaver wasn't very keen, but Wolverine said, "Beaver, I hear you are looking for a wife." "Well, if you do this for me, in fact for all of us, I might make an introduction to a rather handsome lady beaver of my acquaintance." And so Beaver dived down into the water, and he was down for a very long time. But eventually he too came up, and he said, "There's nothing down there but weeds and fish. And frankly, I'd rather be a bachelor for the rest of my life than drown looking for ground. And besides, I can swim." And off he went. Well, that left Muskrat. And Muskrat was prepared to dive down and look for ground, providing a thong was tied around his ankle and a piece of string to that, so that if he got into difficulties, he could tug on the piece of string and Wolverine would pull him up. And this was done. The thong was tied, the string was tied, and Muskrat dived down into the water. And he was down for a long time. He was down for a very long time. In fact, Muskrat was down for so long that Wolverine began to get worried. And he pulled on the string. Pull, 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 and up came the thong, but no Muskrat. Oh no! He must have drowned. And Wolverine got up to walk away, when suddenly up came Muskrat like the cork and the bubbles out of a champagne bottle. And he was so full of ground he could hardly breathe, let alone speak. Well, Wolverine did what any of us would have done. He put his lips to Muskrat's arse and he blew as hard as he could. And out came ground. Acres and acres and acres of it. And with this they repaired the land on which my story takes place. A long time ago, in that land, far, far away, there lived a girl. She was the most beautiful girl for miles and miles around. You could walk a full day's march in any direction and you would not find a girl more beautiful. And she was in love with a boy.